Hello everybody, hope you all have studied the first two parts of this chapter. Today we will be starting with the third part of Civics, chapter number 6, advertising. This will be my video number 3. In previous two parts we have already discussed about what is advertising, what are the different types of advertising. Today's video will focus on the objectives and techniques of advertising. So we will be starting with the objectives first. Now what have we till now understood in advertising? In my previous videos I have already told you advertising means to basically promote the product, to advertise the product. Now the objective of advertising is to tell customers here is the new product we have launched, and then to capture the attention of the people and make them aware of the product or their features in the market. Then they persuade people to buy the product. This we have already studied till now, that we have launched a product, we have to tell it to the customer. The major objective, the main objective of advertising is to increase the demand for the product. And you know, the demand of the product, it can be increased by effective advertising. If we are used an effective strategy to promote a product, we can definitely increase the demand for the product. Second objective is to communicate information. What is the product? What are its features? All such things has to be communicated to the people. Then to persuade people, to convince people to buy the product. Then is to keep the organization in public eye. To keep organization in public eye, that is also called as institutional advertising. Now what is institutional advertising? It is done to promote an industry or institution rather than a product or service. So we are basically focusing on the entire industry. We are not focusing on a particular product or service. So it is done to promote the image of a business rather than a single product or service. Clear? Like for example, Tata manufactures so many products. Okay, it is not manufacturing only one product. There are so many products which are being manufactured by Tata. So it is institutional advertising is done to promote the entire Tata industry, not to promote a particular product. Clear? Now when we talk about objectives of advertising, there are two things which we should know. Actually there are three things. One is brand building, second one is brand franchisee, and the third one is ultimate brand franchisee. So I'll tell you what is brand building, brand franchisee, and ultimate brand franchisee. See, first we'll see what is brand building. Brand building, now once a brand, it regularly advertises and delivers quality products and it fulfills the promises it makes, automatically the value of the brand is built. Okay. So what happens that the demand for the product and liking for the brand, when it increases, it builds trust and reputation for that brand, and automatically the value of the brand is built. That is called brand building. Now what is brand franchisee? It means you have created such an impact of your product that even if you don't advertise it further, it will be able to attract the customer. Clear? Now I have built the image of my brand. I have created such an image in the minds of the customer that even if I don't advertise it more often, I know my product will be sold, people will demand my product. I have created that image, that is known as brand franchisee. Now comes ultimate brand franchisee. Now what is ultimate brand franchisee? It is directly related with that brand franchisee only. Now when the brand, it becomes so popular that it describes the whole category. Okay, it is not describing a particular product, it is describing the whole category. That is known as ultimate brand franchisee. I'll give you one example and you will be clear with this ultimate brand franchisee. Then I don't think you will be having any confusion in your mind after this example. The most common example of ultimate brand franchisee is Surf. S-U-R-F, surf. You know what is surf? It is a brand name, but not, it is a brand name, not the category name. But how do we use surf? We use it as a category. Now, whenever we have to wash clothes, we say at a home that get some surf. So, this is your understanding how we are using the word surf for that category detergent. How surf has created such a image in the mind of the customer that it is describing the whole category now. Why don't we say, okay, get some Tide? Why don't we say get some Ariel? Whenever, even if you're using Ariel, I'm not saying that we are using surf. Even if we use Tide, we use Rin, we use Ariel, but we'll say get some surf. You'll hear at your home also saying, your mothers would be saying get some surf, I need to wash the clothes. So, surf has created that image in the minds of the consumer. This is what is ultimate brand franchisee means. Hope you all are clear. These are some things, these are some steps, these are some things which are related to effective advertising. If you will advertise your product effectively, it will build the brand of the product, it will create such an image of the product that it can replace the whole category. Now, after this objectives of advertising, we will move to techniques of advertising. Now, what are the different techniques of advertising? First one is repetition. Because advertisement is very important to gain customers, to attract customers. So, how can we do that? There are different techniques that have to be followed. First one is repetition. Now, some advertisers, they simply attempt or they simply repeat the ad every now and then on television or on newspaper, on any different medium or any different media source, that image, that product directly fits into a mind. We have seen ad that so much time that we remember that product now. That is repetition. Then comes bandwagon. Now, what is bandwagon? See, it is an activity that has become successful and it has attracted many people. For example, any advertising agency, they have conducted one activity which actually became successful and people really like that. So, others will also try doing that. Then is testimonials. Even if you have ever done any online shopping, when you buy something from any online site, say Myntra, Amazon, Flipkart, when we buy a product, first we go to the reviews. That reviews are basically the testimonials from the customers who have already bought that. From that we come to know what is that product and are the people satisfied with that product, and then we think of buying that. Not only those, in television also, when we specifically see the ads of any toothpaste, we'll see they are saying that 3 out of 4 dentists recommend Sensodyne, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend Colgate. So, this is how they are actually telling that doctors are recommending, dentists are recommending this toothpaste and you should actually use that. That is testimonial. Then pressure. Pressure is like how we react in we have some pressure on us. For example, there is a sale. Now there is when we go to mall, the salesman will say that today is the last day for the sale period. It is 50% off. Tomorrow you have to give the whole price. For example, the product is of 500. Today you will get at 250. Tomorrow if you come, you will get it for 500. So they are trying to create a pressure in our mind that we should buy that product today only. This is how they create the pressure in the mind of the customer that they willingly or unwillingly will buy the product. Okay. Now, next is appeal to emotion. It's written promotion, it is actually emotion. Appeal to emotion. Now, these are basically, this technique is basically used by the NGOs, used by some public service organization, used by some charitable organization, where they want to touch that emotional side of the consumer. For example, donate for this charity or donate for this organization, people are in need. Like for example, that Gunj Foundation, okay. These are something which is the appeal to emotion. They use this technique where they directly touch the emotional part of the customer. Then is association. Association means they try to associate their product with some celebrity, with some attractive model, who by whose name, if they associate with that product, people will buy the product. For example, if I am a Sachin fan, okay, Sachin Tendulkar, if I am a Sachin fan, if he is promoting any product and I am his fan, I actually believe on what he does, what he says. If I feel that okay, Sachin also uses it and he is saying so good things about this product, so if I am using some other thing, why shouldn't I just switch on and use this product once? So this is how they are associating with some popular brand, they are associating with some popular person, so that people can link themselves to that product, people can get click towards that product and they think of buying that. Then is advertising slogan. They use some catchy and nice slogans to attract the customer. The most famous one which I remember is of Amul. Amul doodh peeta hai India, right? They use some catchy slogan so that people, it automatically, when I use Amul, when I hear the word Amul, automatically, I don't know why this slogan also comes in my mind. So this is how they create the image of the product in the minds of the customer. Clear? So these were some techniques. What were those techniques? Repetition, to repeat, bandwagon, to conduct that activity which has already become successful, testimonials, the recommendation of the actual users, pressure, so that people can take a quick decision, appeal to emotion, to touch the sensibility, the emotional side of the customer, association, to associate the product with some popular person, then advertising slogans, that is to use some catchy slogans. These were some techniques of advertising. Now comes advertising and regulation. What is advertising and regulation? See what happens, advertising, it touches the people positively as well as negatively. The information that the advertisers provide, it should be actually for the common good for the people and should be based on truth. But sometimes for their own benefit, it happens, it's true, sometimes for their own benefit, they try to give a wrong information to the public, because ultimately there are few advertising agencies who also works for money. So it is very important to regulate the content. That is why some regulatory body is being assigned by the government, who checks on those ads, that are they for the good for the people, does they don't create any negative impact on the mind of the customer. Because advertising, it can give beneficial result also and it can impact the people negatively also. So it is very important to protect the public interest by regulating the content. Clear? So this was all about advertising. We have covered everything about this chapter. Now based on today's video, I will be giving you a short assignment that you have to do it in your copy. That is assignment number 3. Question number 1. What is the main objective of advertising? Question number 2. Explain any 2 techniques of advertising. Question number 3. Why is it necessary to put regulations on advertisement? These 3 questions we have done. We have completed this chapter. We will be soon starting our next chapter. Till then, please go through this video once again. It's a very simple chapter. You just have to understand the term and you can relate it to the daily life. Okay, you see so many ads on TV. You can directly relate to whatever you see on television. Okay then students, take care. Bye bye.